Okay, let's see what happens here.
What should this new theme song be?
It should be the that one song.
Oh, okay.
No, it should be Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Taylor Swift, and halfway through have Kanye playing over it
Okay.
really loudly. Okay, sorry about that, Ashley.
It's okay.
I had to get rid of that. Now it's just us. What's up? No, what's happening? It's creepy. Not much. Nothing. Just doing stuff. I don't know. Just yeah. What's new with you? What's going on in Canada right now?
They might dissolve Parliament on Friday.
They might dissolve Parliament. What do you mean by that? Like it's over?
We have a minority government, and apparently Harper's losing support, so it means we might have another election.
Oh, okay. So, but it's not gone for like good or anything.
Yeah.
They didn't blow it up like V for Vendetta, right?
No, that'd be cool though.
That would be really cool. Did you like that movie? Did you see that?
Yeah, I like V for Vendetta.
Yeah, I thought that was a good movie. Did you have a question that pertains to more people than just me? Because I'm really sorry to disappoint you.
That's okay. I went on my wheelchair today for Derek, but he's not there.
You what? Say that again?
I'm on a wheelchair for Derek, but he's not there.
Oh, you're in the wheelchair. Oh, perfect. Can you do your best like wheelchaired person impression? Well, I didn't want to say handicapped because that's offensive. Yeah, wheelchair person is someone in a wheelchair. How is that offensive? Whatever. Anyway.
Like how do wheelchair people not?
Do you know like a wheelchair skit? Like remember you said you had a plan for that? All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I thought you talked wheelie.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ashley will now perform the wheelchair skit. You asked for it. You got it. Here it is.
Wait. It's broken. Okay.
Man, wait. I got a skit idea. Are you up for collaboration on the wheelchair skit? I know that's I know it's your creation, but are you up for input? Okay. If you can back up, just kind of like in the back of the room, and then just go like look down at your legs, and then back up at the camera and go, man, that sucks.
Okay, how far back?
Just center stage. Yeah, just like yeah. Oh, all right, you're almost there. I think that's perfect. Perfect. Maybe angle yourself a little bit, just dramatic. Dramatic angle. All right, cool. All right, now, whenever you're ready, perform. All right, audience out there, what did you think of that actment? Was it a good actment? Was it a decent? What did you think? That's Canadian theater at its finest, as far as I'm concerned. So thank you for doing that. Now we know how you got now we know how you got a lead role on Degrassi, Deep Space Nine. So
exactly how doing that kind of stuff.
That was a hell of an audition. Anyway. So did you actually have a question, or are you just gonna like perform all night, or what's your plan?
I can do both, but I have a question.
Okay. What is it? Is it good? Okay, it's just me, so yeah. What's up?
Okay, this is great. What is your fondest or happiest memory?
In general? Like...
In general.
Well, it involves Mutt Williams, my favorite character, my favorite Star Wars character. If you could see... No, I just want to put that in the shot if Sean's not going to be here. I just want to have a partner. Happiest memory. Hey, Sean, I want to know his too. So I will call him back in here, if you don't mind. I know you would rather me talk instead of anyone else, but unfortunately there are other people in Mega64, and I do have to call him in here. Sean! Hey, Sean? Sean!
Yeah?
Hey, come here. Good question. We have a good question.
Okay.
What is your happiest memory?
Happiest memory.
Happiest memory, period.
Ever?
Ever.
All encompassing.
Oh, that's tough.
That's such a broad question.
What's your happiest memory, Ashley?
Yeah, you answer first.
When I got my cat.
Wow.
That's your happiest moment ever in your entire life?
How old were you?
Because it was like epic how I got her.
Yeah.
So I was 10.
Okay. I don't know.
When you got your cat?
When I got my cat.
When you got Hobo Joe?
Don't even.
I think that's my least favorite memory is when Sean's roommate named a cat Hobo Joe.
She named her cat Hobo Joe.
I'm gonna call him in here. Hobo Joe! Hobo Joe! Okay, Sean, I'm gonna go home. I can't deal with that. Anyway, sorry.
My old roommate.
Old roommate. Man.
Wasn't John. Shoot. I don't know. You know, this is gonna sound dumb, but I remember the moment where I learned how to ride a bike without training wheels, and my dad was there helping me, and I was so excited and proud of myself. There's a picture of me going like this, and my dad's next to me, like all proud. And I think, as I recall, that was like I was most proud of myself was when I learned how to ride my bike without training wheels. I know. I was like 4. Look at me.
You know what? I think maybe I think what might be mine is actually towards the end of high school when remember we did a couple assemblies that we like ran through, like we had big school-wide assemblies where all the students would be in the gymnasium and there's a big whatever, and we got to go in there as the West Hills Drama Kids.
Yeah.
It was all the people who were in the plays and stuff, and we all got to run out, and we were all there. Sean was there, Derek was there, everyone you've seen in Mega64, and plus everyone else in the class. And we all ran out there, and right before we did it, Derek and I were like, let's just, when we go in there, let's do, like, we're all supposed to do a dance. Like, everyone has their own individual thing planned. How do you feel about just rolling around on the ground, and no matter what, we don't get up? And he's like, what do you mean? And we're just like, literally, the song ends, they end our segment of the show, and we never get up. We keep letting other things follow us, but we never stand up off the stage. Okay. And we did that, and that was probably the best moment of my life.
Dude, you guys did that for so long.
Derek and I rolling around on the ground, and our segment ends. They played a song, like, da-da-da-da-da-da, and then it faded out, and then we were still there, so they faded it back in, da-da-da-da-da, like, are they leaving?
They didn't know what to do.
And then they didn't, so they were like, okay, well, here's boys water polo. And they came out, but we're still rolling on the ground. And it went from laughter for like 10 minutes to people throwing stuff at us. And anyway, we were there for like 20 minutes or something like that. We finally got up and left after we'd been hit by things so many times. And I remember going into the hallway after that thinking that just went off perfect. And I remember, because at that point I was already thinking about like wanting to make videos with Derek and doing stuff like that. And I remember in my head going like, I want to do stuff like this. Like, somebody's calling me. I want to, whatever. Like, it went so well that made me, that put me in the mindset of wanting to, like, either write or perform.
Hello?
I don't know. It's really stupid, but.
Yeah?
Does that make sense? Is that lame?
That's cute.
Shut up.
Come on back. We'll see you in a second, Garrett. Goodbye.
What a brilliant thing to say.
No,
okay, you know what? It sucks.
His
Okay,
wasn't
just
cute.
tell me. What?
Do you like have a moment where like you just sit back and you just think life is like perfect right now?
Yeah, and that was it for me. That to me was like, I've got this entire school where I want them, where they all know who I am, but most of them hate me, but the cool people like me. And that's all I care about. I don't care. 99% of the school can go to hell, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
But I have all the friends here that I think are cool, that I like. I'm friends with them, and they're friends with me. And I really think, like, I want to do stuff with Derek, and I want to film, and I want to do all this stuff. And I think if I could do this, I could pull all that off. This went perfectly. I can go bigger than this. And that really gave me, like, a confidence boost. Rolling around the ground where people were throwing caramel corn at me gave me that boost.
That's
I
funny.
really think that helps.
I was thinking my moment, and it's not that at all. It's like yours is like all like
When I got my
inspiring,
cat.
and
No.
it's like no. I remember my mom was taking. My mom and I were going to a Padres game, and she's like, you know what? It's just me and you. We're gonna get field tickets today, and after that, you're going to the Quinn's house. And my friends Sean and Ian, they were twins, and their house I thought was like. They had a pool, and they had a jacuzzi, and a basketball thing, and I thought they were so cool, and I loved being at their house. It was so much fun, that, like, I remember sitting back and I was just like, life cannot get better right now than going to a Padres game and then going to the Quinn's house. So there's my
Until
moment.
he got his cat, Hobo Joe,
Hobo
showed up that
Joe.
night, and sorry.
Oh,
my
the
cat-
fan, the way I
I-
got the cat.
I feel like I'm making fun of your cat memory, and I'm really not. I'm making fun of. I couldn't stand Hobo Joe.
Make fun of Joe.
Hobo
Joe
Joe.
is a terrible name for an animal.
My
I
cat's
wanted-
name is Jake. That is a man's name and a cat's name at the same time.
Now I'm not in like PETA or anything, but I do care about the treatment of animals. I care about their well-being. That being said, I wanted to throw Hobo Joe under a car. So on the name alone, the animal was great, but
no, Hobo Joe was shit everywhere.
Yeah, okay.
Do you remember that?
When we went over to watch the season 3 finale of Lost, which, by the way, is like one of the best finales that show ever had. Really enjoying it, really into it. Oh my God, the others are doing this and that's happening. Oh my God, and we're just getting really into it. Like, oh no, I can't believe. What is that? What does that smell? Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! It was like not even
We
beyond
had to
like.
pause the show, and then I followed my nose into the kitchen, and I showed everyone else because I couldn't believe it. It was like a person took a dump. It was like
beyond. It was bigger than the cat
It
itself.
was a huge person-sized shit taking on my kitchen
It
floor.
was horrible. And the ironic thing about it, it was almost like God came into play to let us know, because we couldn't find it. It was like, it smelled so bad, but we couldn't find it. And then we looked, we paused the Lost finale, we paused it, and then we looked at the screen, and it was paused on Rose from Lost going, and it was pointed directly, we looked in that direction, it was right there.
It was right there.
It was like God threw us one, like, hey, you know what, you guys, that's messed up. There it is. Like,
there's that human-sized shit.
there is a
taken.
God, and it was proved when TV screen cap pointed out where shit was.
Yeah.
So, no, anyway.
Yeah, Garrett's on his way over. I'm going back to the podcast.
Garrett's coming back?
What Kanye Wish I have interrupted song shall I?
Gold Digger or... Ashley, what do you think? Do you know any Kanye?
Paranoid, Heartless,
Okay.
Graduation.
They're just words.
I'm not,
No,
I'll find
I'm
one.
doing
No, you're doing
Do
good.
Gold Digger.
yeah.
Okay, I'll do Gold Digger.
Yeah, Gold Digger is like,
All right.
oh, come on. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Is that a sufficient answer? Why was your cat memory so happy? Like, why was it so epic to you?
Cause my mother hates cats, and like my brother and my father and me are all allergic,
Oh.
and she made us give it away to the Humane Society, and then we called, and a week after they said they were going to put her down.
Oh.
So me and my dad drove like up north to get her, and then when we got her and we brought her to the vet, we actually found out she was pregnant. So that's, I don't know, that's why it was epic. It was like
Wow.
we saved her and poor baby.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really, really cool. Yeah, I had a similar thing with that, like a year, well, I guess it's not terribly similar, it's not as good as that, but a year ago, no, our dog Coco that I've had since 5th grade, she's been in a bunch of our videos and stuff, but yeah, like a year ago, they basically said, well, say goodbye to your dog, she's so full of cancer, and it's like 99% not gonna have, like, it's just not, like, she has such a little chance of beating this that it's just say your goodbyes. And it was when we were having, like, it was the week of Comic-Con, it was the week of our screening, and it was just like, wow, it's kind of a lousy thing to happen in the midst of all this. It just kind of, I was in, like, a down attitude the whole time, and then after all that was over, they found out that Coco did beat it. And it was like, wait, are you serious? It was like, I had pretty much said goodbye to that dog. I love that dog, and it was pretty much like, you know, whatever. I said my whatever. And then it was like, oh, yeah, she beat it, and it's all gone, and she's fine, so go see her. And she was like totally a new dog. She was totally, like, she wasn't moving before that and stuff. And then now all of a sudden she's running all around the house and running up the stairs, and it was just like, it was like I got another chance with her. And she did end up, not to kill this story, she did end up passing away not that long ago. But it was like I got another, like, 6 months with that dog. Like, it was just like, hey, here's just one last little thing. And we all knew it was not going to be, I mean, it was an old dog. It was like 15 years old. But, you know, we got like a last chance. This has turned into a totally other story. But I was once I got that news, it was really cool. I can understand how, like, whatever, big that was, I guess. Also on the same level was one time my dad came home when I was in 3rd grade and said, he called me up at school and said, hey, come home right after school because there's something you got to see. You're gonna love this. Okay, and then when after school I came home and he was like, ready, and he had something under a veil and he took it off and it was an oven mitt that had like a pirate's face on it, and I was like, okay. He's like, pretty cool, huh? So you can use this anytime you cook. Thanks, Dad. Made no sense. And then I walked into the other room and he's like, wait, what's this? And then I walked back in there, and the giant Megazord, the original Megazord, the toy that I always wanted. I like tried to find it for like a year and could never get it. He had it sitting there on the table, and it was just like, my dad taught me how presentation could be fun, and that was really cool. That was good. That had nothing to do. I'm just spouting at this point. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just thought it was funny that he actually bought a pirate themed.
Well,
Damn it.
Oh, shit. Hey.
Hey.
What'd I miss? Nothing. Oh, Ashley!
Are you okay? You're acting loopy.
How you doing? No, am I loopy?
You're acting spooky. I don't like this stuff.
What'd I miss? Ashley, what'd I miss?
She asked your happiest... Sorry, I'm speaking for her. Garrett, return! Alarm! She asked your happiest moment.
Derek, okay,
What?
here's...
Is Derek here?
Real quick, here's my... are you looking for phone? It's in the phone.
No.
Here's the conversation I had with Derek. Hey, how'd you like it? Oh, it was great. A really good show. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm glad I came. Hey, I just called Rocco. They're still doing it. I'm gonna rush back, so take Skype calls and stuff. You want to catch a ride with me? I'm not fucking coming back.
Yeah, I knew you'd say that.
So.
Can you fucking hear me when I talk to this?
Ashley, can you hear Sean?
Ashley, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear Sean.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys have a question for me? I'll be in the other room. And I'll
What's
give
he
you an
doing?
answer.
What's he doing in the editing
He's
room?
editing the podcast.
Is this like half-ass cast? Because two of us left and
Yeah.
Rocco and I have been on a really good show.
Yeah, we put on a really good show.
put on the straight
Yeah, we
cast.
said straight cast for
Big Bear, and we...
Have you ever been to the Denny's in Big
I
Bear?
have.
It sucks.
I know. Well, they know that now. And we
I've been there
also
once.
talked to Rhonda, who is nothing but positive. She has a ray of
We
light.
talked,
A new girl fan.
We talked to a girl on here that didn't know anything about Mega64, but like some guy said he was watching the show, and she was like, "Give me a shout out on there." Okay, and she didn't know anything about the show. She just wanted a shout out on some live show, and so we were like, "No, get her on Skype. Tell her to get." So she got Skype, and we talked to her, and it was like, so.
What do you do?
Is that guy doing that because he got a crush on you? No, I don't think so. Do you like him? No. Would you ever like him? No, absolutely not. Why? Because love doesn't exist.
Whoa!
and then we went, bah, 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 bah.
Oh.
Sorry for everyone, I'm recapping for Gary.
Dude, that's great.
And then we were like, oh, wait, what do you mean? It's just useless. Bah, 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 bah.
Oh, dude,
It was
YouTube.
great.
Someone who captured that, please upload to YouTube.
Yeah, I hope someone did.
I hope
Anyway,
So wait, did Sean ask her who would you do?
no, it was not worth
Sean
doing.
didn't. You mean Sean didn't try to chase off our female fan base
Oh,
with that dumb
she
question?
chased herself off. But anyway, not on the subject of that black hole. Ashley's question was your happiest memory, in general.
Oh, that's Ashley. You always have very good questions.
She has thinker questions.
Very good. Oh man, happiest memory in general?
Yeah.
I mean, wow. Of all time, I don't know. Off the top of my head, I have to think about it. What did you say?
Mine was when I did an assembly in West Hills, and me and Derek rolled around on the ground the entire assembly and wouldn't get up, and we got stuff thrown at us.
Wait, you rolled around?
Yeah, in the middle of we were supposed to go out for just 5 seconds. Like, ladies and gentlemen, here's the theater department. Yay! And we went out and danced, and Derek and I rolled around on the ground and wouldn't get up, even when like our part ended.
What did they do to move on?
They played our music again, and then turned it off, and then just had boys water polo come out. And like other
While you rolled around
Yeah.
during boys'
Yeah.
water polo?
Yeah.
Did you get a talking to afterwards?
Yeah.
That's funny. Damn, I wish I could have seen that. Dude, I mean, I don't know. Off the top of my head?
That's tough.
I mean, I honestly, come back to me. Come back to me.
We'll go to...
To what's next?
I don't know. That's so on the spot. I just got here. Happiest moment. I remember my first kiss. That was pretty cool.
Is that it? Describe that, though. That's vague.
That was... I don't know if I want to use the person's name.
Don't use their name. Cindy.
I won't use their last name. This girl... what was her name?
Cindy.
No, it wasn't Cindy. It was Kareen. Kareen.
Abdul-Jabbar.
Spoiler! Kareen Abdul-Jabbar. No, I think I was in the 6th grade. And I'm talking like beginning of 6th grade. And I went to a pool party. And it was... This girl lived in some, like, community where they had, like, a pool and, like, a jacuzzi at the place. Like, a couple houses shared that. And me and my friend, I think Chad, and a couple other, like, skateboarder friends I had, we went over to this girl's pool to go swimming with, like, it's probably, like, I don't know, like 7 or 8 of us all together hanging out, like, girls and guys or whatever. And I don't even know how it happened, but this girl and me kissed, and it was, like, my first, like, real kiss I'd never had. And it was, like, so, like, it was like I was in another dimension. And we were in the jacuzzi, and everyone else was in the pool, and then boom, it happened, and then someone in the pool was like, "Hey guys, come on, let's all go swimming in the pool." And she was like, "Okay," and she got up and ran out there, and I could not get. I mean, physically, there was something had happened to me. I couldn't get out of the jacuzzi to walk the 10 feet to get into the pool. So I was like, "No, I'll be there in a second. Be there in a second." This is turning into more of a funny, embarrassing story. And I was so embarrassed. Because I had a hard on, and I couldn't get up and walk the 10. I think I eventually, it kind of half went away. So I kind of got up and like half bent over, bent over, walked across the rest of the pool area, and jumped in the pool as fast as I possibly could. And then. Yeah, and then that girl wanted nothing to do with me after that.
That sucks.
But but that was. I remember when it happened. That was probably like my happiest moment.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, come to think of it,
It was like, oh, you never been kissed before? Oh, here, boom, make out, boom, done. And then it was like, hey, we should hang out again. Yeah, no, probably not. And then I never hung out with her again. And then in high school, in like 10th grade, she was in my film class. My photography class or whatever, and we were in the darkroom developing film together. It was just me and her, and that was almost like a no-no. Like, oh, you got to have more than like 2 people in the darkroom, whatever. But something happened, and we were working on something, and no one else needed to develop film. And we were developing film, and dude, I think I brought it up, and we started talking about it, and shit was getting like, dude, is something gonna happen in here? And nothing ever did. And then that was the last time I've seen her. I probably saw her around school or whatever. I haven't thought about that girl forever. I guess I'll see her at my high school reunion.
Sweet.
That'd be interesting.
I'd like to meet her.
No. Yeah, I will. For a second, I thought she was a grade younger than me, but no, she wasn't.
No, that's funny because the same... Well, a girl kissed me in like 2nd grade once, but it was like not a...
Yeah, I'm talking like a
real
adulthood French kiss.
Was in high school right before... like I was in a play and I was backstage with this girl, and that finally happened, and it was like, like, whoa, that just happened? Like, that was so crazy. And then it was immediately before I had to go out on stage.
Oh no!
And I have all these props in this part, and that happened, and I was like, oh God, are like, just whoa, that was, I can't believe that happened. Blah blah blah. I'll be back, okay, and I went out on stage and realized I had none of the stuff. So I'm out in the middle of the stage where I reference my belt and my knife and all this stuff, and I'm standing there, well, with my belt I will, and I talked about it as I walked to the edge of the stage and tried to reach for them, and someone brought them to me, and so I'm just improvising, like, well, if thine had my knife, I would be able to show you that it is a fine killing weapon, or whatever it was, and it was like, I had to just improvise. It was Midsummer Night's Dream. I'm sure those aren't actual lines from Midsummer Night's Dream, but yeah, I had to improvise.
I can think of a gaming moment. I don't know if I've ever talked about this on a podcast, dude. Like
gaming moment,
like happiest memory of like gaming or whatever.
Yeah.
Did you have a Christmas story? Like, those are always, like, very happy, like,
Christmas
it's
story.
Christmas morning, like, opening.
Oh.
I remember ahead of time, my mom, I was probably, this was like mid-90s, whatever, 97, when did PlayStation come out? 97? 96?
It came out in 95, but it
Okay.
didn't really get
Big
around,
until 96.
yeah.
Okay, so this is probably 96. I had NES and Genesis. I never had, those are the two systems I had as a kid, NES, and then we got a Genesis. And then after the Genesis started waning, I was done with consoles, and I got into, like, computers. So, this is like 96 now, and my mom's like, oh, what do you want for Christmas? Let's go shopping. We went to Comp USA to pick out, like, oh, get a computer game, you know, for Christmas or whatever. My family's weird. We don't, like, really go with the, like, oh, surprise is what you get. It's like, we'll all go shopping, and we know exactly what we have. But they still find a way to, there's, like, one surprise, you know. But most of the stuff you know or whatever. Well, my mom switched it around on me. My mom and my dad, credit to them. I picked out, dude, I played, for the first time about a month prior, I played Resident Evil and was fucking in love. So, boom, hey, they ported Resident Evil to the computer, to PC. So CompUSA, oh mom, above anything else, can I just get this game, Resident Evil? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this looks pretty, like, violent and stuff, but, you know, all right. You know, this is the only thing you want? Oh, Resident Evil. All right. You know, but yeah, pick out another game. Oh, and it was 96, because NHL 96 were the two PC games I picked out.
Yeah.
Resident Evil and NHL 96. Yeah. Okay, cool. That's cool. And then, you know, fast forward, whatever, a couple of weeks. It's Christmas morning. Me and my sister, you know, we're opening gifts. You know, my parents were opening gifts under the tree and everything. And then I open a copy of Resident Evil for the PlayStation. And I'm instantly confused as fuck. Because I know that we bought this on the PC. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, well, what the fuck? What happened? Like, did you take, what? And they're like, oh, hold on, this is for you and your sister. You guys open this. Dude, and they bring out this bigger box, and I'm like, no fucking way. And we both open it, and it was a PlayStation. And my sister got Jet Moto 2 and Cool Borders 2. And then I got NHL 97, or 96, and Resident Evil. And that was a really happy moment. Because I'd always thought, like, oh, dude, PlayStation's a new thing. Yeah. I knew all about it. My friend had one. I was obsessed with Resident Evil. But I was like, no, that would never happen to me. I would never be able to get a PlayStation. That's expensive, you know. Dude, but I was switcheroo with PC games, got me. We didn't have a memory card, so I kept playing that first level of Resident Evil until that weekend was over. And then I went, when the stores were back open, I went to Warehouse Music and bought a memory card, and then I saved my game. But yeah, it was Resident Evil, it was the DualShock edition too, I remember that.
Yeah.
Thus started my love affair with the Resident Evil franchise.
I had lots of surprise Christmas moments too, but the best one was there was one year that,
Yeah?
There was one year that, what?
What's up? What?
There
Okay.
was one year that under the tree there were just like 4 or 5 shoe boxes. I was like they were wrapped up, but you could tell they were shoe boxes.
Yeah.
It's like what? And I'm like, Mom, Dad, like they're. What do you think? Like.
What is this?
I don't know what is under the tree, but am I just getting clothes this year? And they're like, don't worry about it. And then yeah, sure enough, Christmas morning came. And I opened up the presents, and it was 4 shoe boxes. And I was like, they were like, don't open the shoe boxes though. Those are some of the best shoes you've ever seen. Like you got to save them. What? Yeah, you're gonna look good at the Christmas party. Okay. Nah, you know what? I don't know. Check the shoes to see if you like them first. Fine. And I opened it, and it was actually each box had 2 Power Rangers Evil Space Alien figures that like. I wasn't even aware they existed yet.
Really?
They had just come out, like, they weren't even supposed to be out till the beginning of the next year, but my parents got them at some thing. And I don't remember how they got them, but they were all, like, different, like awesome Evil Space Alien figures that I didn't even know existed. And then they were like, yeah, oh, and this too. And then they brought out a surprise present, and it was the Command Center. Like the
Oh.
It's like, oh, okay, that was the best Christmas ever.
Really? That's
And
awesome.
my brother got the White Tiger Zord.
Really?
But I already had that. Because I saved my money. Shut up. Okay.
I can't think of any like red toy. Like I'm trying to remember. One year I do remember. I got. Yeah.
One year my parents, they gave me okay presents, and then we walked out in the backyard to play with them, and then there's a big trampoline in the backyard.
Did you get that, Ashley?
He said there was one
Sorry,
year.
backyard.
He said there was one year he wanted cheese really badly, but his dad said, "Sorry, son, you can't have that."
Sorry, you're not allowed to have
And
cheese.
so they went to the backyard and he shot them both. No cheese.
I said,
Sean, I understand your pain.
Oh, this is gonna be. Oh, Ferret's gonna love this.
I said, why you get a boner? Ew!
Sorry.
Okay.
I told that story about my first kiss.
Cover that.
Cover it.
I
I'm
said-
gonna hide it.
Mutt's
Mutt's not big enough.
I said
Oh.
one year we brother and sister and I, we got pretty good presents, and we went outside to go play with them, and then there was a big trampoline outside. That was the best Christmas present.
Lie. Lie
And
alarm.
then 3 months later, my uncle ruptured his spleen, and we had to give the trampoline away. So
Wait, your uncle ruptured his spleen on the
I
trampoline?
did not know my uncle was blind in one eye, and my dad said launch him up high, so I did, and he launched him off the trampoline, and he ruptured his spleen.
So they had to take it away from you? That's not fair for you and Krista.
And Luke.
Forget about Luke. I'm talking
Fuck
about you
Luke.
and Krista.
So
Why did
then
you get on a trampoline if you can't see?
you can see with one eye just fine.
That'd be like suing Toyota because I'm a blind man that got in a Toyota.
So I'll never forget. So his kids are there who were like little at the time. My dad had taken him to the emergency room. I guess they said they took him like, okay, well you're fine. All of a sudden, this alarm started going up, and before he knew it, he was in like ICU and like, critical like care and like all this like shit. And he was in the hospital for like a week.
Oh my
I think.
God.
But
Way to go, Sean.
I know. His daughter was there and went to the bathroom and asked me to wipe her, but I was like, I guess my cousin. And I was like, and so I had Krista do it because it was a girl, and Krista's like, I didn't know. She told me this, she told me this like a couple days ago. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't wipe her at all. She probably had the shittiest butt. Ew!
What just happened here?
Go away. Go away. Don't say shitty butt. Go away from me.
No, she was fine. I'm just joking.
He's like, oh, wiping. How old is this little girl? She can wipe herself.
She was like 2 or 3. She
Oh,
was
dude.
Why didn't
By
Krista
one.
do-
I
why
was
didn't-
two, I was reading books.
Why didn't
Okay.
Krista do it?
Krista was like 6. I don't know.
No, I wouldn't have done it either. I would have been like, that sucks, kid.
What about when your kids have shitty diapers? You're not gonna change them?
Then there's someone else's kids at that point because I'm not going to deal with that.
Wow.
Go outside and figure it out.
Wow.
My kids are going to be fully independent right away, or they're gone.
I think it's gonna be a deal breaker for some girls watching this, Rocco.
Why does it say Mutt? His jacket has his
my
fucking
kids will
name
learn how
on
to
it.
cook for themselves, clothe themselves right away, or they're out on the street. No, I don't know. No, but they're not my kids. I wouldn't want to do that to someone else's kid. That's just weird.
if you're your cousin and they needed help, you don't know.
Yeah, no.
Mutt has his name on his jacket. That's so gay.
Question. If it was me, all of a sudden, something happened and I need you to wipe my ass for me, you wouldn't do it?
I would.
Thank you. I know Garrett would.
Man.
No, I'd give you a rag and go, sorry, buddy.
Sorry, here's a rag.
Figure it out.
I have no more arms. I have no arms.
If my kid isn't fluent in both English and Spanish right at birth, then it's not smart, obviously.
Obviously.
So abort it.
What?
Abort it.
I wouldn't, well, because you don't know that. I want it to be born first. Like, are you smart?
Then murder it.
And it would either go yes or C.
Yes or C.
And if it didn't,
C.
oh, you can have this back. No, anyway,
Have this back.
you can take this.
What were we talking about before a shitty ass?
Yeah. No, anyway. I think we answered your
Oh,
question.
switcheroo. Oh, no, I remember, as far as toys, once I got a G.I. Joe helicopter that had, like, 2 propellers. It was fucking huge. And I didn't see that coming, and that was, like, that's the only, like, memory I have of, like, a really cool toy I actually opened and played with on Christmas. I do remember getting a Walkman for Christmas. Cassette player. It was a Sony Sport Walkman. It was big and yellow and had a big fucking clamp that and it was like waterproof. That was pretty cool.
I got a Talk Boy for Christmas.
I took it apart. A Talk
I got a Talk Girl.
Yeah. Oh, really? Do you remember that from
My
Home
sister had a yak backwards. Is that something like that?
No, in Home Alone, he had the tape recorder that he recorded his voice and changed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had that. I had the actual
Wow.
same one. They sold the same one that they used in the movie.
Wow, that's cool. That was that. I remember. I think my friend had that. My sister had a yak back and a yak backwards.
Yeah.
That was fun. We'd say stuff forwards and then play backwards and then just say it backwards as we heard it and then play it backwards to hear what it sounded like forwards. I don't know if I lost anyone on that. It's not funny, Sean.
What?
I'm sorry, yes, here.
I'm not.
What is it?
It's a video that Frank is doing.
Is it a YouTube video?
Yeah.
We'll find it here.
Yeah, we'll find it here.
Did you guys talk to anyone from PAX
Yeah.
on the chat? Who'd you talk to?
The guy who brought us gifts and stuff. Okay, Frank.
Dude,
today.
oh! The guy who brought us gifts, I need to thank so much.
Sorry, real quick, Ashley. We were going to see this MTV VMAs remix.
The
Kanye
reforms
interrupts
I'm
Oklahoma
proposing
speech.
would not apply to those who are here illegally.
I'm gonna let you finish, but Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Not true.
That's not
that
true.
was good.
Dude, look at that. McCain's there?
Yeah.
Is that the thing where someone called him a liar?
I don't know. Good vid.
Good vid. What do you think of that
What do you
vid,
think of that
Ashley?
Dio, Ashley?
Funny vid. Did you talk to Ferret? Did you guys talk to Ferret and her boyfriend?
No, Ferret should call in.
Ferret, call in.
He's a
You
good
got
artist.
you got so much attention at PAX.
Eric just texted me with, "Hey kids, we're home early." Do you remember the commercial for the Talk Boy where there's like a guy trying to make out with some girl,
Yeah,
and then the
his little brother.
the kid acts like a parent and he slams the door and plays, "Hi kids, we're home early."
And they jumped across the couch and
Yeah.
looked like they weren't doing anything.
That was hilarious.
Hi kids, we're home early. That's funny. Funniest
Anyway.
shit sketches.
Ashley, what do you think is the funny? I'm gonna ask you a question. What? And then we should probably move on to another call because let's see how long has yours been this time. 37 minutes. Okay.
Everyone's gonna complain
Everyone's
again. We do love talking to you though. I'm glad I got talking.
What is the funniest thing ever? What is the funniest, the hardest you've ever laughed at something?
Those
The
are
hardest
those are on our bios on the site. Check that
Yeah.
out.
Like anything, like you have to be
The
Mega64
hardest
related.
you have ever no. The hardest you've ever laughed at anything in your life.
The funniest
one,
thing that
the
you
one
ever
moment,
felt
the
at.
hardest you laughed.
Okay. Me and my cousin, there was this other girl that used to hang out with our family sometime, and we didn't really like her. One time we made like a fake MSN account, and we added some guys, and we wanted, "Do you want to see my video? I'm a stripper," right? And we sent him the video of, you know, that fake. It's not a fake. It's like the sample video you get when you get Windows XP. It's like the little Asian kid riding on a bike.
Yeah.
that. And afterwards, we're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, that's not my real video, but if you want, you can call me." And we got the girl that we didn't like's grandmother's number, and in the phone book, in my parents' phone book, all it said was Susie's mother. So we're like, "Call me for Susie's mother." And like, I must have done this, I must have been like 12 years old, but that still makes me laugh every time I think about it.
Did they call her her mom's house?
I have no idea.
Dude, that's
I don't know. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning, so I have no idea. It was
call
so
this
bad.
number.
That's pretty good.
After Susie's mother, yeah.
Yours is still, what is yours?
Mine was when me and Sean went to the Killers of Comedy, and we saw, if anyone's familiar with Beetlejuice from the Howard Stern Show, he's a small African-American dwarf with a pinhead, and another comedian named Shuli got up on stage with Beetlejuice, and then was, you know, doing banter, kind of. Beetlejuice doesn't really have a stand-up act. I mean, he's very mentally handicapped, but they would kind of lead him into stuff. Like, you know, Shuli would get up and ask questions, and he'd give answers, and he'd kind of interact with the crowd. It was really good getting to see him on purpose. I'm glad they booked him on the comedy tour. But at one point, Shuli just says, you know, "Hey, everybody, it was Beetle's birthday today, so let's sing him happy birthday." And he gets... Now, Beetle starts freaking out. No, it's not my fucking birthday. "Oh, what do you mean, Beat? No, it is your birthday." "No, no, it's not my fucking birthday. Shut up. Stop singing. And then Shuli gets everyone in the auditorium to start singing Happy Birthday to Beetlejuice. So everyone starts singing the Happy Birthday song, and he starts freaking out and throwing a temper tantrum on stage. And I feel guilty for laughing at it, but it was probably the funniest thing. Sean can attest to this. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen, and I think I laughed the hardest at that. Beetlejuice becoming so enraged that we were singing Happy Birthday to him, and it wasn't his birthday. Just all those things combined is hilarious.
That's really good. I'm still standing by my. I'm still sticking
grandpa,
by my great grandpa talking in the microphone and exploding. But second to that would be actually at that same assembly. This is a good bookend for the conversation. That same assembly that Derek and I rolled around at. When it was over, they had the air bands group come out and perform, and there's a guy in a wheelchair in their group. Yeah, and they would play Roll Out when he came out, and it just earned them pity points because everyone just felt bad for the kid in the wheelchair. But he was sick that day and didn't go, so that part Roll Out came and nobody did anything. And nobody came out, and Nick Hagen, over the blaring music, didn't see him, and my friend Nick Hagen, he went, "Where the hell's the cripple?" And no one, it was so loud, but the music was so loud that no one would hear that except us next to us. But right when he said that, the music cut out to dead silence. So all of a sudden it's dead silent in a hall of 3,000 people. Where the hell's the cripple? Oh, fuck. And then he hid under the bleachers. I have never...
Sean remembers that.
Other than that thing with my great-grandpa, that was the hardest I've ever laughed.
And didn't all the teachers try to find who it was?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was Nick Hagen. Shout out to Nick Hagen.
Nick Hagen.
And he never got caught, right?
Nope.
Never got caught.
It was all good.
So good.
It was all good, and then somewhere in there, I think somebody in my group had pretzels, because when that happened, the bag of pretzels went like they threw it when we ran out, because I just remember it raining pretzels when we ran. What's that? Matt threw pretzels? Oh, okay. Why did he throw pretzels? That was random. It was funny, because Matt threw a giant thing of pretzels in the air and ran off. Okay, so anyway,
great.
That's all. Well, Ashley, was this a sufficient call? Was this long enough for you?
Yep, long enough.
Okay.
It was good talking to you again. I missed you last week, Ashley. Shout out.
Call again.
Taken aback.
We might. Were you taken aback by that?
Oh dear.
There?
Oh, Daisy. You looked as if you should have said, "Oh, Daisy." Your princess in another castle. Do you want to play the Super Mario games on Game Boy? The original Game Boy?
Yeah.
When you went to the castle, she turned into a bug and she said, "Oh, Daisy."
Oh, yeah, I remember
that. That bothered me.
That was dumb.
And then, oh, your princess is in another castle. Okay, I get that reference, but why did she say, "Oh, Daisy"? Oh, Daisy! And then turn into a bug. I don't know.
Have you been playing Beatles Rock Band, Ashley?
Yeah, I passed it.
Oh, really? Do you like it?
You beat it already? Wow.
I liked it. Good.
Do you play alone or do you play with your friends and family?
Nobody I know has it. Like, I think the only person I have on my Xbox that has it is Brian from, like your friend Brian.
Oh, Brian Abishakar.
Yeah. That's the only person.
But, I mean, I never play Rock Band online. I only play, like, local, like with a bunch of people.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to try to get my dad to play with me. But, I don't know, so far it's, like, been really hard. Like, I'm asking him if he'll sing, and he's like, why don't we just do it for real? Because he plays guitar, and I'm like, no, let's play on the game.
See, it's hard to get a musician to play a musical game. But,
Yeah.
I showed Rock Band, I think Rock Band 2, to my dad, and it was like crack. I couldn't get him away from it. Yeah, oh, can I sing now? Hey, can I play drums on this one? Oh, I want to play guitar here. Hey, Garrett, why don't you bring over Rock Band again? That was like a lot of fun. You should bring that next time you come. My dad loves Rock Band. Yeah. You got a call?
I got a call from Eric, and Ashley, I'm sorry about this. Eric was wondering if perchance you would, one last time, perform the wheelchair skit for Garrett. You never get to see it.
Wait, there's a new skit?
Now, it was originally her concept. I contributed some dialogue and, several bits to this actment. Would you mind performing for one last time
Can I get a reenactment?
It was This Sucks.
Yes.
I want a reenactment of this actment. Okay.
Okay, Ashley, whenever you're ready to perform.
Um,
Here it is. Ready?
Yeah.
oh, shit.
Wait, before you start though, just make sure you start it with, "Hi, I'm Ashley, and this is the wheelchair skit," and then like get ready, like start the scene.
Was it from this bar?
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay.
What would we
Hi, I'm Ashley, and this is the wheelchair skit.
Ready? Here it is.
Well, this sucks.
Awesome. That was great. Yeah, that was so good. That was even better.
I was waiting
That was
for her
better.
to do a
You
wheelie.
no, but she looked at her legs like
She
that-
looked at her
that
legs,
sucks, 'cause
yeah.
they're no good.